Soulja Boy tough. Hey, I got this new dance for y'all called the Soulja Boy. You just gotta punch, then crank back 3 times from left to right. Soulja Boy, I'm in it. Why me crank it? Why me roll? Why me crank that Soulja Boy? That Superman? That now why me crank that Soulja? 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 Now what? Soulja Boy, I'm in it. Why me crank it? Why me roll? Why me crank that Soulja Boy? That Superman? That now why me crank that Soulja? Now why me crank that Soulja? Now why me crank that Soulja? Now why me
Tonight is a night. Let's blow it up like a fireball ignite. Shake it down low, take it apart. Now it's the time and the place. We're here to have a good time. We're shining in the spotlight. Now it's the time and the place. We're here to have a good time.
many lifetimes ago when I met you at Dancing Yak. I can't believe how different life would be. And your Uber was 2 minutes later. And my Uber was 2 minutes later, not your Uber. My Uber was 2 minutes later. Or if you decided you didn't want to go on a practice date. I'm infinitely glad that neither ever happened. Before I go into vows, I do want to talk a little bit about what you've taught me. You've taught me how to cook more than microwave chicken. You've taught me how I can no longer leave this toilet seat up. I have to put it down. And you've taught me what I can do to contribute to museum-level cleanliness. But you've also taught me to believe in myself, think beyond myself, and make a decision. Value working your butt off for what you want, and how to communicate with someone else without losing my cool. And while I will forget these from time to time, I appreciate and value all that you've taught me. And I know the past 18 months haven't been the smoothest, but I'm so excited for what is ahead of us. So when it comes to vows, I vow to give you the middle of a cinnamon roll or almond croissant whenever I buy one. A treat if I always remember when I travel. To clean up and tuck you into bed if it's after 9 p.m. on a weekday. To do my chores of cleaning, basically the bathroom, and taking out the trash. To only cook chicken or turkey in the house, and more than just microwave, like actually cook the food. And I will promise only one 1 hour photo shoot for our honeymoon. That's it, no more. I vow to keep the toilet seat down when I pee in the middle of the night. And I vow whatever house we buy has a gym for your Peloton. But more seriously, I vow to listen and try more and not get as defensive when we argue. To take the time to understand your point of view rather than dismiss where you're coming from. Always encourage you to do whatever you want to the best of your ability. To be a partner and an equal in everything that you do. To text you good morning and good night every night when we are apart. Be there for you whenever you need it or ask for it. And love, honor, and respect you. Yours in February.
Ever since I could imagine my wedding, I've known I've wanted two things, which eventually became our non-negotiables. First, a chat stand, and second, a chance for me and my future husband to exchange vows. What you don't know is that I've been working on these vows to you since February 2020. The day I knew you were the one I wanted to marry. Random moments from when I knew I loved you to bullet points of what I wanted to promise. You have slowly evolved into the vows I read you today. I still cannot believe almost 5 years ago that I was going on our date and thinking to myself, this will be good practice. Turns out I met my best friend. Someone so full of love, care, kindness, and adventure. Good thing I didn't leave when you showed up late and my text went to your Yahoo email. When I think about a relationship, there are 3 moments that always come to mind. The first is when I knew I loved you. While the feeling was gradual, after all we had to overcome a string of awkward dates, lost wallets, and desperate double texts, the moment I knew was anything but. And while I held on to this feeling for a couple of months, and you took 3 days to say it back, I knew this could very well be the start of my and our forever. Fast forward to February 2020, we were getting ready for our 10 p.m. reservation, eating cake batter ice cream, when I blurted out, I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being the real thing. And the final moment, in January 2021, when we were coming out of COVID and I had just accepted the teaching fellowship, we were discussing how long distance would work, and you looked at me and said, I'll move to New York and you follow your dreams. And reflecting on these moments made me realize what the first promise I wanted to make to you today. I promised to try my very best to make you feel the way I felt in these 3 moments. Loved, supported, pushed, and celebrated. You pushed me to be my best and support all of my dreams and never once stopped making us a priority. I strive to match your kindness, carefree attitude, and curiosity for the world. You always are giving me something to work towards. And because of that, every day I think about how lucky I am, and every night I think about that you're in my life. And that leads to my second promise. Be easy. promise to love you every single day. From the days that it's the easiest decision, to make to the days where it's one of the hardest. Life with you is the only life I can imagine now, and I promise to make sure you know that every day before we go to bed. And the last promise, the hardest one. Now that we're finally married, I have to tell you about the Costco ravioli. What you haven't figured out the past 5 years is the best part of that ravioli is the cheese packet that comes with it. Whenever I make it for dinner, I always pretend to be the bigger person and give you some random Trader Joe's cheese, claiming it's better than the packet. But it's the best thing about it. So from now on, I promise to share everything with you, the good and the bad. And more importantly, find compromises for how we choose to take on life together. I could promise you so many more things today, but for now, know that I love you, Anu, today, tomorrow, and forever.
Beautiful.